Welcome back to the Friday Five. It is episode 38. I'm your host, Cameron Ripley. It is December 27th. We got 4 days left in the calendar year for everyone who's campaigning hard out there for year-end donations. In advance, best of luck. I hope you're crushing it and putting up some of the best year-end numbers you ever had. You got this. We're thinking about you. All right, for those that, the fact if you're watching this in December, thank you for tuning in. It means a lot. I know there's a lot on your plates as a nonprofit marketer, but hopefully this helps, spark some new ideas, drive a little extra motivation, as well as we have definitely been dropping content on Giving Tuesday recaps for this year, other year-end content, even how to start planning for 2020. So be sure to visit communityboost.org. If you haven't in a while, check out the blog. And without further ado, let's get into this week's Friday Five. All right, put 5 minutes on the clock. Let's hit these challenges for nonprofit marketers, and let's go. All right, first challenge here is from Bridget from Playworks PA. Biggest digital marketing challenge is planning out our communications and campaigns. Planning is certainly important. I'm all about strategic planning, but at the end of the day, execution really is everything and what drives the results. But with that said, how I approach it is really to start with high level, 6, 12 month, like almost like an annual plan based on month, based on key campaigns for you. And then really focus in on the details deeply on the next 90 days, the next quarter. And from there, using project management softwares like Asana can be really great to ensure accountability, or some sort of content calendar. That's just what it comes all down to. We're big on using Slack and real time. It's like how many people are you trying to pull together for things. But Asana and that type of project management tool can really be game-changing as you focus in on those campaigns. But it's all in the execution. It's about also just pivoting, improving, adjusting along the way, and that's equally important. Again, I can't stress that enough. All right, next is from Hannah from Access Services. Biggest digital marketing challenge is job recruitment. So I checked out the mission, clearly, saw how important it is for you guys to drive, job recruitment leads. Honestly, my gut reaction is I would definitely recommend checking out the Google Ad Grant. We've done this for these type of organizations. People go to search. They Google things when they're, looking for this type of opportunity. They're asking questions, and you just got to reverse engineer. What are the questions they asking? What are they Googling? And then you got $10,000 a month to run ads to drive more job recruitment leads. And I would definitely check that out, because if you can crack that code, that's something you can, consistently leverage month over month, every single day. Okay, next is from Kimberly from the Buzzards Bay Coalition. Biggest digital marketing challenge is learning about effectively engaging donors digitally. So learning about effectively engaging donors digitally. I like how you're thinking. Stewardship and retention it's everything, right? And there's just so much on the topic of stewardship, donor retention. So there's tons of great webinars, big fans of the Classy blog. A lot of the fundraising sites have great content. That's a great place to start. Go deep on some webinars. I think they're often some of the most up-to-date practices. And then from there, honestly, don't hesitate to reach out to your donors and ask them what else would they like to see. You're probably not the only cause they donate to, right? So they're going to have ideas and the type of stewardship, the type of impact numbers they might want to see from you. And from there, just really deliver love and care in your communications. Especially if you're an up-and-coming organization, that's one of the top recommendations. You talk about it's Giving Tuesday, right? That was recently, a couple weeks ago. How many of you might have sent a thank you video just on that day to every single person that gave on Giving Tuesday? Technology allows us to do these little things in a special way. Maybe a thank you text, right? Whatever it is. Get creative, do the unscalable at times, and then you can figure out systems and processes to deliver that more at scale. But really focus on stewardship and retention, and the digital world allows us to take that to the next level where it doesn't only have to be great for major donors. because honestly, most organizations just aren't communicating enough, in my opinion, and they're just too focused on acquisition and not focused enough on retention. All right, the clock's running low here. So last but not least, from Sally from, I'm going to butcher this, the Cheetah Children's Center. And biggest digital marketing challenge is being overwhelmed and figuring out where our audience is. And I definitely feel this, right? Like this can happen, but a great place to start is just really in your own data. So spend some time in your Google Analytics. Analyze the demographics of all your site visitors. Look into, the Facebook Insights. Understand, the demographics that make up your social audiences, right? Start there. And then from there, you can begin to game plan the digital channels that your core audience is likely putting the most attention into, right? Where are they? Is it on Instagram? Is it in their email inbox? Is it a combination, right? Think about that. And because it is an omni-channel world today, right? So it's more about not what channel, it's more about customizing the communication for each channel, because the conversation on Twitter is really different than how you might be posting on Instagram, right? But you have certain themes, certain things you want to talk about, and just get more social with it. And last but not least, I can't stress this enough, most organizations say, yeah, it's a good idea, and never do it. But getting out a donor survey and incentivizing or encouraging people to do it can be huge for understanding where your audience is spending time and how they want to be most communicated with. All right, that is today's show. Again, I know you got 4 days left in the calendar year. You got this. Keep pushing. When in doubt, send another email out. Like, it is year end. This is the time to go out and get those donations. We know it's going to be different in January and February, but we're going to talk a lot about 2020 planning soon. So if you haven't, subscribe already. We'll see you next time.